Spider-Man Logan explores a dystopian future where the villains have won, and the world is of course left in ruins. America has become a wasteland, and Wolverine has retreated into a quiet life with his family, avoiding conflict with the ruthless villains who dominate the land. However, he's reluctant to help the remaining heroes fight for a better future. You can't blame him at this point. Now, as the story unfolds, Wolverine opens up to Hawkeye about the traumatic events that shattered his spirit. Now, during the villain's final assault on the heroes, Wolverine believed that the X-Mansion was overrun by enemies. So in a brutal and relentless battle, he fought with lethal force, only to later discover the real dark truth. Mysterio revealed that every villain Wolverine thought he had slain was actually an illusion the entire time. In the end, Logan was horrified to realize that he had inadvertently taken out his own friends, all victims of his own claws. Number 9. Dr. Destiny. In the Sandman story 24-Hour Nightmare, Dr. Destiny unleashes pure terror in a diner. They were trapped there and they couldn't leave, which already sounds like a nightmare. No grand slams here. But Dr. Destiny also subjected them to unspeakable horrors this entire time. Using a stolen ruby from Morpheus, Dr. Destiny gains the ability to control the minds of the diner's customers, forcing them to reveal their darkest secrets, worship him, and commit gruesome acts of violence. This story is often hailed as one of the scariest in DC history, and it's easy to understand why. There's no hero to rescue the victims here, no clear motivation behind all this chaos, and Dr. Destiny puts them through emotional and physical torment simply because he can. His sadistic amusement is the only reason for this carnage, making the horror even more chilling and senseless. The Netflix adaptation exists in that uncomfortable space as well. The same diner scene happens in the show, and this time it's really pushing boundaries. Number 8. The Joker. The Joker is a chaotic villain who is obsessed with having Batman all to himself. He despises anyone who stands between him and Batman, and that includes members of the Bat family. The Joker's anger is often directed at them, and two of his most tragic targets are Jason Todd, the second Robin, and Barbara Gordon. Now, Barbara's life was forever changed when the Joker caused a devastating injury that left her unable to walk. This event was a turning point in her life, affecting her both physically and, of course, emotionally. Jason Todd, too, he suffered a terrible fate at the hands of the Joker. The Joker captured him, and what followed was a harrowing ordeal that left Jason in grave danger. And what makes it even more heartbreaking is that readers were given the power to decide Jason's fate in the 1988 storyline, A Death in the Family. Fans voted for the outcome, which led to Jason's tragic demise. Now, the Joker's actions against the Bat family demonstrate just how far he's willing to go to hurt those who fight for good. Number 7. Purple Man. Purple Man's a villain from the Marvel Universe with the unsettling ability to control anyone's actions, forcing them to do whatever he commands, and they're not great. While his powers were originally portrayed in a lighter, more whimsical stories, their dark potential became painfully clear in later depictions. In Brian Michael Bendis' Alias series, readers saw a true horror of Purple Man's abilities. After Jessica Jones fought crime as the hero Jewel, Purple Man used his powers to abduct her, imprison her in his hotel room for months at a time. Now, Jessica's freedom came when Purple Man sent her to fight Daredevil, but she was ultimately rescued by the Scarlet Witch, who broke his influence. Now, the psychological toll of this trauma was immense. Jessica was so deeply affected by her experiences that she walked away from her superhero career and even became a private detective, still haunted by the lasting impact of what Purple Man had done to her in the past. Number 6. Batman Who Laughs. Batman is known for being prepared for any situation, and Gotham City is lucky that he's on their side, because if he weren't, well, the results could be disastrous. This was demonstrated in the story of the Batman Who Laughs, an alternate version of Batman from another Earth who made a fatal decision and eliminated the Joker. In doing so, the Joker triggered a change in Batman, transforming him into a darker version of himself. Now, in this new form, Batman quickly turned on all of his allies, confronting the members of his own Bat family. He then proceeded to neutralize every single member of the Justice League. His chaos didn't end there. He ultimately wiped out his entire Earth, leaving it in ruins. Number 5. Kingpin. In Frank Miller's iconic Daredevil run, the Kingpin discovered Daredevil's secret identity and set out to ruin his life. Using this knowledge, he froze Matt Murdock's bank accounts, took away his apartment, and sabotaged his legal career by framing him for a crime that he never even committed. Even without a job, money, or stability, Murdock continued to be a target. When he confronted the Kingpin in his office, the criminal mastermind retaliated. He hired a super soldier to target Murdock's loved ones, and even after Murdock managed to get a job job as a diner cook, the Kingpin orchestrated a devastating attack on the city, destroying the diner and causing havoc in the neighborhood. Kingpin's grip on Murdoch tightened, even manipulating the legal system to prevent anyone from helping him. The relentless destruction of Murdoch's life finally ended when Captain America stepped in, exposing Kingpin's actions and bringing an end to his reign of terror. Number 4. Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash harbors a deep resentment for the happiness of the Allen family. While it's widely known that he took the life of Barry Allen's mother and wrongfully blamed his father, his vendetta went even further. Before the tragedy, Eobard Thawne manipulated Allen's relationship, driving a wedge between them and ensuring that they all fell out of love. This made the false accusation against Barry's father more believable, while also ensuring that Barry grew up in a broken home. This is crazy. More recently, Reverse Flash took his torment of the Allen family to a whole new level. Using his time travel powers, he befriended and manipulated Barry's future children as adults. He then brought them back to the past and orchestrated the destruction of Barry's childhood home. Not only has Reverse Flash ruined Barry's past, but now he's also cast a shadow over his future, turning it into a constant nightmare no matter which direction he runs in. Number 3. Thanos. You're probably familiar with Thanos' infamous quest to wipe out half of all life, a storyline explored in both the MCU and comics in an attempt to win the affection of the personification of death herself. However, what you might not know is that Thanos eventually achieves an even darker version of his goal. He succeeded in eradicating all life across the universe. In Donny Cates' run on Thanos back in 2018, the Mad Titan encounters a future version of himself who has fully accomplished his twisted mission. This future Thanos, after spending thousands of years in his conquest, doesn't just eliminate the heroes of Earth, he wipes out every living being across the cosmos, leaving no planet unscathed. This is crazy. This storyline not only takes Thanos' desire for ultimate power to this chilling new extreme, but also explores the consequences of achieving his twisted dream, showcasing the depths of his obsession with destruction and nihilism. Number 2. Sinestro. Sinestro's path within the Green Lantern Corps was always shadowed by his true intentions. Much like Hal Jordan's rise to power, Sinestro's journey began when the previous owner of a Green Lantern ring, Gus Gotha, crash-landed on his planet. Now, while Gus Gotha's life was coming to an end, he passed the ring to Sinestro, the only one nearby. Sinestro quickly proved himself to be a natural with the ring, effortlessly defeating the alien that was pursuing him. However, once the threat had passed, Sinestro had made a crucial wrong choice. Instead of saving the original ring bearer right there, he allowed him to pass away, knowing that in doing so would secure the ring for himself. This moment marked the beginning of Sinestro's very long, very dark path, casting a long shadow over his legacy and setting the stage for his rise as one of the most infamous figures in the universe. And finally, number 1, Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy may be one of Batman's most formidable adversaries. While other villains scheme and plot, Ivy doesn't just dream of conquering the world, she does it, often in the blink of an eye. In Batman issue 41, readers are thrown into a world already under Ivy's control, with Batman confined in a mansion surrounded by those closest to him. All again under Ivy's influence. Using pheromones, Ivy has taken control of the minds of every person on Earth, essentially speaking through them in a way reminiscent of Rick and Morty's Unity. After a brief escape, Batman faces an unexpected twist when Ivy uses Superman's powers against him, only to later revive the Dark Knight with the help of many superpowered individuals that she commands. Unlike villains who seek power or wealth, Ivy's motives are rooted in her desire to protect the Earth, Mother Earth, willing to sacrifice humanity's freedom in her quest to save the planet from their destructive tendencies. That's an odd one, because you're kind of on board with her, but you're also like, maybe do it a little different. Thanks.